What if the only reason you still feel stuck is because you're trying to earn approval from people who were never going to value you in the first place? Think about that for a second. How much time have you wasted trying to prove yourself to someone who barely notices your effort? How many nights have you stayed awake wondering why they don't appreciate you? How many times have you changed yourself just so someone else might finally accept you? Here's the truth. You don't need validation from a place that drains you. Read that again in your mind. You don't need validation from a place that drains you. Some people spend years chasing approval from toxic friends, family members who never acknowledge their achievements, co-workers who constantly criticize them, or people they love who only notice them when they need something. And the sad part is that they think if they just work a little harder, become a little better, sacrifice a little more, then maybe they'll finally hear those words they've been waiting for. I'm proud of you. You matter. You're enough. But what if those words never come? Does that mean you're worthless? Absolutely not. It means you've been knocking on the wrong door. Stop expecting flowers from people who only know how to hand out thorns. Some environments are designed to keep you doubting yourself because confident people are difficult to control. If every time you succeed, someone reminds you of your failures, that's not support. If every time you share your dreams, someone laughs at them, that's not honesty. If every time you try to improve, someone tells you to stay where you are, that's not love. That's a place that drains you. And every minute you stay there searching for validation, you're giving away something you'll never get back. Your time, your energy, your confidence, your life. Here's something most people don't realize. Validation is addictive. The moment you depend on someone else's opinion to feel good about yourself, you've handed them control over your happiness. Now your mood depends on whether they text back, whether they compliment you, whether they notice you, whether they approve of your choices. You become a prisoner without realizing it. Freedom begins the moment you stop asking for permission to become who you're meant to be. Not everyone is going to clap when you grow. Some people benefited from the version of you that stayed insecure, the version that never said no, the version that always put everyone else first, the version that accepted disrespect just to avoid being alone. But you're not here to stay that person. Growth demands that you disappoint people who are comfortable with your weakness. That's the price. And it's worth paying. Because the strongest people aren't the ones who receive the most praise. They're the ones who keep moving even when nobody is watching. They wake up early without applause. They train without compliments. They study without recognition. They build without guarantees. Because they understand something that changes everything. Discipline lasts longer than validation. If you wait until someone believes in you before you start, you'll spend your whole life waiting. Sometimes the only person who needs to believe in you is the one staring back at you in the mirror. And even if you don't fully believe yet, act anyway. Confidence isn't built before action. It's built because of action. Every difficult thing you do becomes another piece of evidence that you are capable. Every promise you keep to yourself makes your self-respect stronger. Every excuse you refuse weakens a version of you that's been holding you back. This is where your life begins to change. Not when they finally understand you. Not when they finally apologize. Not when they finally appreciate you. But when you decide their opinion is no longer the steering wheel of your life. There comes a moment in every person's life when they have to make a choice. Keep chasing acceptance or start chasing greatness. The problem is that most people choose acceptance because it's comfortable. They stay quiet when they should speak. They settle when they should grow. They shrink themselves so other people don't feel uncomfortable. And then years pass. Nothing changes. The dream they once had becomes a memory. The person they wanted to become slowly disappears. Not because they weren't capable, because they kept waiting for permission. Listen carefully. Nobody is coming to give you permission. Nobody is going to wake up one morning and say, now you're allowed to chase your dreams. Now you're allowed to become confident. Now you're allowed to build the life you've always wanted. That permission has always belonged to you. You just keep handing it away. Every time you let someone's opinion stop you from taking action, you're voting against your own future. Every excuse is another vote for the life you say you don't want. And those votes add up. One skipped workout becomes a habit. One missed opportunity becomes regret. One day of procrastination becomes another year of staying exactly where you are. People think success is built in giant moments. It isn't. It's built in ordinary moments that nobody sees. The alarm rings. Do you get up? Your mind says quit. Do you keep going? You're tired after work. Do you still make time to improve yourself? Those are the moments that define your future. Not motivation, not talent, not luck. Your decisions. Stop waiting until you feel ready. Ready is a lie. You'll never feel completely prepared. You'll never feel fearless. You'll never know every answer before you begin. The people you admire didn't start because they were fearless. They started because they were tired of staying the same. Fear isn't the enemy. Comfort is. Comfort whispers that tomorrow is fine. Comfort tells you one more hour won't matter. Comfort tells you everyone else has it easier. Comfort keeps you average while convincing you you're being patient. Don't listen to it. Your future doesn't care how comfortable you felt. It cares about what you build. Every champion has days when they don't want to continue. They continue anyway. Every successful entrepreneur has moments of doubt. They keep building anyway. Every great student has days when studying feels impossible. They open the book anyway. That's what separates winners from everyone else. They don't negotiate with excuses. They negotiate with results. You need to become the kind of person who keeps promises to yourself. When you say you'll wake up early, do it. When you say you'll train, train. When you say you'll study, study. Because every broken promise weakens your trust in yourself. And every promise you keep builds a stronger identity. Your identity shapes your future. If you keep telling yourself you're disciplined while your actions say otherwise, you're lying to the one person you can't afford to deceive, yourself. So stop talking about the life you want. Start acting like the person who deserves it. Not tomorrow, not next Monday, not when life gets easier. Today. Because every day you delay is another day your future waits for the version of you that refuses to show up. The life you dream about isn't hiding from you. It's hiding behind the work you've been avoiding. Most people think they're tired because they work too hard. That's not true. They're tired because they're carrying people, expectations, and opinions that were never theirs to carry. Think about how much energy you've wasted trying to explain yourself. Try to make everyone understand your decisions. Trying to convince people that your dreams are worth chasing. Why? The people building extraordinary lives aren't stopping every 5 minutes to ask if everyone approves. They're too busy building. Every minute you spend defending your vision is a minute you could have spent making it real. Let people misunderstand you. Let them doubt you. Let them laugh. One day they'll call you lucky. They'll never see the mornings you woke up when nobody else did. They'll never see the nights you kept working while everyone else was scrolling. They'll never see the sacrifices you made when nobody was watching. People love the results. Very few respect the process. That's why you have to. Because if you don't respect the process, you'll quit before the results arrive. Here's the reality most people avoid. The world doesn't reward potential. It rewards execution. It doesn't matter how intelligent you are if you never act. It doesn't matter how talented you are if you waste your time. It doesn't matter how many dreams you have if they stay inside your head forever. Dreams without action become regrets. You know what's painful? Not failing. Wondering what your life could have been if you had simply refused to quit. Imagine looking back 10 years from now and realizing you stayed small just to make other people comfortable. Imagine knowing you gave away your future because you were afraid of criticism. That pain lasts much longer than the pain of hard work. Hard work hurts today. Regret hurts for years. Choose your pain wisely. You say you want a different life. Then your habits have to become different too. You can't expect confidence while avoiding challenges. You can't expect success while making excuses. You can't expect respect if you don't respect your own time. The mirror never lies. Your habits are introducing you to your future every single day. If your routine is weak, your future will be weak. If your discipline is strong, your future becomes stronger. Stop looking for shortcuts. There aren't any. Everything meaningful takes time. A strong body takes time. A sharp mind takes time. Financial freedom takes time. Mastery takes time. Character takes time. The question isn't whether it takes time. The question is whether you're willing to pay the price. Because every goal has a price tag. Most people admire success. Very few are willing to pay for it. Be one of the few. Become addicted to progress instead of praise. Fall in love with improvement instead of attention. Measure your days by the promises you kept, not by the compliments you received. The day you stop needing applause is the day you become dangerous. Because now nobody can stop you by ignoring you. Nobody can control you by doubting you. Nobody can weaken you by refusing to notice your effort. Your drive comes from within, and that's the kind of fire that never burns out. So the next time someone fails to appreciate you, don't beg for their attention. Don't chase their approval. Don't waste your energy trying to prove your worth. Take that energy and build a life that proves it for you. There's a version of you waiting on the other side of discipline. A version that doesn't need constant approval. A version that doesn't break when someone walks away. A version that doesn't lose confidence when people fail to recognize your effort. But you will never meet that version if you keep living for everyone else's opinion. You have to understand something. Not everyone deserves access to your energy. Your time is valuable. Your focus is valuable. Your dreams are valuable. Stop giving unlimited access to people who only bring negativity into your life. A person who constantly makes you doubt yourself is not helping you grow. A person who only appears when they need something is not respecting you. A person who celebrates your failures more than your victories does not deserve a front row seat in your journey. You don't have to hate them. You don't have to fight them. You don't have to prove anything to them. Sometimes the most powerful response is silence, distance, and success. Because the truth is, some people will never understand your journey because they are not meant to walk it with you. Your path is yours. Your struggles are yours. Your goals are yours. Stop expecting everyone to understand a vision that was only given to you. A seed grows underground before anyone sees a tree. Nobody celebrates the seed. Nobody notices the roots. Nobody sees the struggle beneath the surface. But without that hidden work, there is no growth. Your current season might feel invisible. You might feel like nobody notices your effort. You might feel like you're working hard and getting nothing back. But remember this: invisible work creates visible results. The strongest foundations are built where nobody is looking. So keep going, keep learning, keep improving, keep showing up. Because one day the same people who ignored your effort will notice your results. But by then, you won't need their approval anymore. That's the difference. The old you needed them to see your value. The new you knows your value before anyone else does. And that mindset changes everything. You stop chasing people. You start chasing purpose. You stop trying to impress everyone. You start impressing yourself. You stop asking, do they believe in me? And you start asking, am I becoming the person I promised myself I would become? That is the question that matters. Because at the end of the day, you have to live with your choices. Not them. Not the people who criticized you. Not the people who doubted you. You. So make choices your future self will respect. Wake up when you said you would. Work when you said you would. Stay focused when distractions try to pull you away. Because every small act of discipline is a message to yourself. A message that says, I am someone who can be trusted. And when you trust yourself, you become unstoppable. You no longer need constant encouragement. You no longer need someone reminding you of your potential. You become your own source of motivation. But becoming that person requires something most people avoid: accountability. You have to take responsibility for where you are. Not blame, not excuses, responsibility. Because the moment you accept that your future is in your hands, you gain the power to change it. Your past may have been difficult. People may have hurt you. You may have been underestimated. But none of that decides where you go next. Your next decision does. Your next action does. Your next hour does. So stop giving your power away. Stop allowing people who drain you to control how you see yourself. Your worth was never decided by their opinion. It was always decided by the person you choose to become. The hardest battle you will ever fight is not against other people. It's against the part of you that wants to stay comfortable. The part of you that wants to quit. The part of you that wants an easy life without paying the price. That voice inside your head will always look for reasons to stop. It will remind you of your failures. It will remind you of your mistakes. It will tell you that maybe you're not good enough. But you have to understand something. A thought is not a fact. Just because your mind says something doesn't mean it's true. You are not your doubts. You are not your past mistakes. You are not the opinions people placed on you. You are the person who decides what happens next. And that decision starts with one thing: taking control. Stop waiting for someone to save you. Stop waiting for someone to motivate you. Stop waiting for the perfect moment. The perfect moment doesn't exist. The people who change their lives are not the ones who had perfect conditions. They are the ones who decided they were done making excuses. They looked at their situation and said, "This is where I start, not where I finish, where I start." You don't need a perfect background. You don't need everyone supporting you. You don't need everyone believing in you. You need commitment. You need discipline. You need the courage to keep moving when nobody is cheering. Because your biggest achievements will often be created in moments when nobody is paying attention, when nobody is encouraging you, when nobody is telling you that you're doing a good job. That's when your character is built. Anyone can work when everything is easy. Anyone can be confident when everyone supports them. Anyone can stay motivated when success comes quickly. But who are you when things get difficult? Who are you when progress is slow? Who are you when nobody notices? That person determines your future. Hard times are not there to destroy you. They are there to reveal you. They show you what you're made of. They show you whether your dreams are just wishes or whether they are commitments. Because a wish disappears when things become difficult. A commitment survives. You have to become committed to yourself. Not just when you feel motivated. Not just when life feels good. Every single day. Especially the days you don't want to. Those are the days that matter the most. The workout you do when you're tired. The chapter you study when you're distracted. The project you work on when nobody cares. Those moments build the person you are becoming. Never underestimate small actions repeated over time. A single brick doesn't look impressive, but thousands of bricks create a building. Your daily choices are those bricks. Every disciplined decision is building your future. Every excuse is removing a brick. So be careful what you build, because one day you'll have to live inside the life you created. Don't create a life where you constantly wish you had tried harder. Create a life where you can look back and say, "I gave everything I had," because that's real success. Not impressing people, not proving people wrong, not making everyone jealous. Real success is becoming someone you respect, someone who kept going, someone who didn't abandon themselves, someone who refused to let rejection define them, someone who understood that losing validation was never the same as losing value. Remember this. The people who truly belong in your life will not require you to destroy yourself just to be accepted. The right people will support your growth. The right environment will challenge you without breaking you. And until you find that environment, build yourself. Become stronger. Become wiser. Become disciplined. Because the strongest foundation you can build is the relationship you have with yourself. And once you have that, nobody's rejection can break you. Nobody's opinion can control you. Nobody's absence can make you feel incomplete. Because you finally understand the truth. You were never searching for their validation. You were searching for your own belief. And now it's time to give that belief to yourself. At some point, you have to stop asking people to recognize your worth. You have to recognize it yourself. Because if you spend your entire life waiting for someone else to confirm that you're talented, capable, or valuable, you will always be waiting. There will always be someone who doesn't understand you. There will always be someone who doubts you. There will always be someone who thinks your dreams are too big. But their opinion is not your reality. Their limitations are not your limitations. Their fear is not your future. You have a life to build. And you cannot build it while constantly looking around for approval. The person who changes their life is the person who finally says, "I don't need everyone to believe in me. I need to believe in myself enough to keep going." That's the mindset shift. You stop chasing validation. You start chasing growth. You stop trying to convince people. You start creating results. You stop explaining your journey. You start walking it. Because the truth is, success is often quiet in the beginning. Nobody sees the hours. Nobody sees the sacrifices. Nobody sees the battles you fight inside your own mind. But you see them, and that's enough. You don't need a crowd to become great. You need commitment. You need discipline. You need the courage to keep moving even when the world is silent. Remember this. The same people who ignore your journey today may ask you how you did it tomorrow, but don't work for that moment. Don't work to prove them wrong. Work because you owe yourself the chance to become everything you are capable of becoming. Your greatest revenge is not showing people they were wrong. Your greatest revenge is becoming someone you're proud of, someone who didn't quit, someone who kept their promises, someone who chose growth over comfort, someone who walked away from anything that kept them small. Because sometimes the door you keep trying to open is the door you need to leave behind. Not every place is meant to hold you. Not every person is meant to understand you. Not every chapter is meant to last forever. Some things leave your life because they are making space for something better. So stop begging for a seat at tables where you have to prove you deserve to be there. Build your own table. Create your own path. Become so focused on your mission that distractions become invisible. The world will always have opinions. Let it. People talked about those who succeeded before they succeeded. They laughed at ideas before those ideas changed the world. They doubted people before those people became unstoppable. Being underestimated is not a weakness. Sometimes it's an advantage, because while they are busy judging you, you are busy improving. While they are talking, you are working. While they are watching, you are building. And one day, the results will speak louder than anything you could ever say. So today, make a decision. Stop giving your power to people who drain you. Stop allowing negative opinions to control your confidence. Stop waiting for someone else to give you the approval you should have given yourself a long time ago. Your life is yours. Your future is yours. Your choices are yours. Now, go build something you're proud of. Work when nobody is watching. Stay disciplined when nobody is clapping. Keep moving when nobody understands. Because the person who refuses to quit is the person who eventually wins. And before you leave, if this message connected with you, subscribe to the channel for more videos that help you build a stronger mindset and become the best version of yourself. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like and share it with someone who might need to hear this message. And in the comments, share your experience. Tell us about a time when you stopped seeking validation from others and started believing in yourself. Your story might inspire someone else who is fighting the same battle. Remember, you don't need validation from a place that drains you. You need the courage to walk away, the discipline to keep growing, and the belief to become who you were always meant to be.